Audio, audio, hello there. Audio, audio, hello, hello. Audio.
Hello, audio.
Audio. Hello, audio. How are
Audio.
you? Audio.
Oh, audio.
Hello there, friends, and welcome to another episode of Football Manager Therapy. I'm your host today, Jebbaroo, and joining me today, I've got D-Boy. D-Boy, how are we?
I'm doing very well, thank you, Jeb. How are you today?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. It's a midweek recording, which we've not really doing before, but it's a special recording because we've got somebody joining us. For anybody watching on YouTube, we're joined, and on Spotify, actually, you can watch there. BassyBoy, welcome. The hero of FM26, is that too much to say?
Yeah, it is.
How are you? Welcome.
I'm doing great, thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me on, guys, and doing well. A bit busy.
A little bit.
I can imagine. I can imagine you're quite busy at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's great to have you on.
Lovely. So, if you're not familiar with BassyBoy, he has been modding FM26 pretty much since the beta and making things look wonderful and lovely for us all, including doing some edits on the UI and all the things that nobody has had any problems or complained about or whinged about in any shape or form about the game, because the game is fine, isn't it? So it's all fine. But yes, so Football Manager, tell us about your journey into Football Manager in general anyway. Where did it all start for you?
Well, it started in 2018 when I tried FM18, and I really quickly realized that I was too dumb to play it, or like it was too overwhelming.
Sure.
So I let it rest, and then in 2019, I picked up the game again in FM19, and decided it would be a good idea to do a tier 11 to Premier League save as my first one.
Wow. Who did you start with on that?
Saffron Wallen, was it? And it was a tough learning journey, but eventually it all worked out okay. And from there, I've played religiously.
Nice. And how far did you get on that FM19 save with them from tier 11? Did you get
Champions League, of course.
You got Champions League? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
I can never commit that much. I don't know why. It's one of them.
You did it,
but you cheated. Yeah, you did it, but you cheated.
I did it, but we used the in-game editor, and I made it a community save, so I didn't have to worry about the actual struggles of doing lower league to all the way up to the Champions League. But
that's one of my shortest saves, actually.
Okay, so you're a long-term saver.
Yeah, the most impressive thing I've ever done on FM, I think, is in 24 when I did the French overseas territory twice.
Wow!
So once with a team from French Guiana.
Yeah.
Won the Champions League, and I won the CONCACAF Champions League. And in the semi-finals of the Club World Cup was really funny. We matched ourselves.
Oh, you broke the game then? Yes.
Yeah, because you're two confederations.
Yes, exactly.
So I faced myself in the semis, and one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Did you win? Yeah, okay.
Of course.
Just double checking.
It was really funny because the second team didn't even use any of my players.
Okay.
It was just all generated, like the grayed out ones.
Okay,
it
so
was super weird.
I was going to say, did you at least have to pick like two 11s and make some sort of weird team? But no, it's just a bunch of grey players. They'll do.
And I needed to be a spectator, so I couldn't even manage both or either teams. I just got put in the stands. That was so weird.
So yeah, I was going to say that is a very unique way of breaking the game, which I don't think many people will find that bug like ever.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
that's kind of broken me.
Yeah, exactly.
How does that
Super
work?
Weird.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I was fully into it, going like, okay, this shit's going to break, and it didn't. So, and the team that I currently play as is Aidon. Also did it with them recently. That's the red team that's showing up in a lot of my Twitters or like posts. Right. The home team. That's my FM journey so far.
Wow. So you are long-term journeys. Anything that's remotely difficult, the diffuse channel you probably spit on and think, oh, that's really easy.
Not heard of it.
Yeah. That's the one way you just go with whichever the club gets promoted into the bottom division in the first season. So there you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. but you're not allowed to leave. You're not allowed to leave them, and if you get sacked, you have to start again. Essentially, so you go round and round until you get to the Champions League or win the Champions League with them. So yeah, that was a forum one that came up years ago. Obviously, pentagons and all things like that sound where you can do that with one team by the sounds of things. So there we are.
Just winning everything.
I did a pentagon at 1.2, but stumbled in Europe on the final leg.
Okay.
2048, I believe it was.
Yep.
Wow.
On the World Cup with New Zealand.
Nice.
I love how you're like, oh yeah, stumbled in Europe because won the World Cup with New Zealand.
Yeah, nice.
How?
Another thing is, Ollie McBurney was top goal scorer in Europe. 23 goals to Haaland's 19 and Mbappe's 18.
Wow.
Ollie McBurney.
Ollie McFucking-Burney at a Finnish club. I even made a tribute video to him.
Wow.
Well, that is impressive to get Ollie McBurney that good. There we are.
So there's Batista.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I don't even have anything to rival that. I just had the guy that had a Pescara who scored 63 goals in the first season that I played with him.
Brilliant.
And then did nothing else like for the rest of his career. But it's amazing the things that you hear people do. But I think you have actually just blown my mind with free facts.
It's about fun, isn't it? And immersion.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I love how most people sort of like ease themselves into the game. Like, all right, I might manage Man City or Real Madrid and learn the game a bit. You're like, no, tier 11. Yeah. Let's try and win everything with French territories. Yeah, fine. Mind blowing.
Yeah. Lovely,
love it.
And in terms of like FM journeys and content and stuff like that, have you watched? Do you watch anybody regularly, or was it something that you used to watch, or is it always been?
Well, the person who got me into FM was Workspace.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So Jack, and on that server, I used to make some kits as a hobby.
Yeah.
And on that server, I met one of my best friends, Michael. In that sense, Jack has been sort of a very important person in this journey to get me into the game.
Oh, awesome! That's really cool to hear. So,
I love hearing things like that.
The game, FM26. It's had a rocky start. Let's be nice about it. I think that's the nice way to put it. I mean, we were just looking at the Steam thing. There's still 53,000 playing it as we speak on a Wednesday.
Let me refresh
on
it.
Steam.
Yeah, 52.5. Yeah.
Yeah, 53,000 playing it on Steam. That doesn't count consoles, doesn't count Epic, doesn't count Game Pass, doesn't count all the other places that people are playing it. There's a healthy number of people still playing it. But you've come in and played the not Alpha Access, Advanced Access. It's not a beta, it's Advanced Access, because there wasn't a beta. There you go. I think that covers the PR side of things. But yeah, you come into there, and I think one of the first things that you come in with was like, these transitions, I can make these faster. I think that was how it all started, and I think that's probably where you got your name from. And I think it was Work the Space who actually alerted everyone to it. So tell us what made you come in and do this.
Well, it's a bit tough, right? Because I don't want to burn the game down right now. But I was really frustrated on the first night of the release. I actually didn't buy the game. I got it gifted from a good friend of mine, and the first night I opened up a notepad to just write down everything that was wrong. And within the hour I had 160 to 200 lines. Wow. Just look, I have ADHD. I've got half the fucking alphabet. So I noticed every single irregularity. And I just told myself, I'm going to change this. Because I physically can't play the game. It's so slow, it doesn't feel like FM. And so it started. You started to look on some forums, like, okay, how have other people done this with Unity games? Obviously, I'm not like a complete. How do you say that? It's not that I know nothing about programming.
Yeah.
So it's just like some hobby coding, some vibe coding. But so you start to look, and the ball starts rolling, and you just start exploring things like, okay, what does this thing do? What does this thing do? And suddenly you find something that also changes the transitions, and it's exactly what you need. And you posted a little snippet on Twitter, and before anyone actually even gets it, I was going downstairs like, oh yeah, okay, but this will get like 25 likes at most. And then an hour later, I just get my phone just starts going red hot, and suddenly it's been watched 500,000 times, and it's
Wow.
I
like
think I think it was on a Sunday, wasn't it? Because I think we were podcasting that night, and I think it come out, and like I think it was your reactions were coming to it. Just but carry on.
insane. And suddenly you're called FM Jesus, and suddenly you're called the hero. And look, I want to be humble because I just don't like being seen that way.
Sure.
At least calling myself that way. But it was really weird to just be regarded as someone people suddenly look up to just because you accidentally hit a bullseye.
Yeah, it's a hell of a lot of like responsibility all of a sudden just put onto you of like, because you were frustrated, you went, all right, well, can I work out how to do this? And you just found it. You found it, even if it was just like a little bit of coding, and you're like, oh, what does that do? Oh, that fixed it.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, do more, fix everything, save us, please. Yeah.
And I'm not even angry or upset about those people, right? Because
sure,
from their point of views, they are trying to get someone they think knows how to fix something to fix the game they love as well.
Yeah.
So you can't even blame them.
Yeah,
as long as they are respectful.
Well, I guess that's what we've experienced with previous FMs. Obviously, like FM24, and for as far back as you could, like people making skins for the game and things like that. Because you look, we all look at the base UI, and it's not amazing. So we all go, I need a better look. And then you get people like Sass, or who else has done some amazing skins?
Tom.
WTS, Tom, like loads of, like Musterman's got a skin,
exactly, yeah.
All these guys make amazing skins. You're like, oh sweet, this is a much more interesting view. So we've had in the community that kind of modding thing, but then I think because I think obviously when they announced it was like, oh, modding's not going to be a thing for the thing, no skins or anything like that. I think that definitely made us all unhappy. So the fact that you even just stepped up and were like, can I do something? Maybe. And now all of a sudden it's like, cool. So you're the guy that's going to fix everything. Thank you. And you're like, I don't know. I just clicked a button. It's fine. Stuff.
It's my motto is fuck around, find out. And I believe anyone could have done that. Because I could.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's
just exploring, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's adding these different elements to the game, and it's almost, I don't want to say embarrassing Sports Interactive. I think that's a bit harsh, but it is showing that stuff can be done, and it's almost, where does that route through? Like, have you had there might be NDAs or anything in place, but has there anybody in Sports Interactive even approached you or even spoke to you? Or
at this point, yes.
Okay.
But I would rather not share that myself.
No,
it's not an NDA or anything. It's
no,
just,
of course. Yeah, exactly. But I think it's that way, and I think it might be a way for Sports Interactive. They can't do too much. You can't do stuff. You can't go messing with player careers or profiles or things like that, or under the hood and stuff. But those cosmetic things, those extra bits that we could put in, that might be an option. It might be something like embrace that modding community, like so many other games have. I mean,
I know.
Go back to Minecraft and Rust and all the things that people have built into there, and
Morrowind.
Morrowind.
Yeah.
Morrowind, Skyrim. You can play it on the toaster. All those things. It's embracing that. I think that might be a path forward for going with it. And it's like I said, okay, we're not going to get skins, but we could get much more exciting things as well. But it's where it goes. And like, how have you found it? Have you just been non-stop? Have you actually got to enjoy the game yet? I've
not finished a match.
Wow. Okay.
I've literally finished exactly 0 matches.
Wow. You make me look like a professional then. So because I've done 20 matches.
Oh, but So I'm still unbeaten.
Sure.
Yeah. Me and you. Woohoo. Right.
No, but the thing is, there is a lot of possibilities, and I think people forget that the game has been out officially for a month.
Yeah.
Sure.
With advanced
not even that.
Sure,
not
6
even
weeks.
that as we speak.
Not even a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fact that we've already got so much content going into the game is pretty remarkable in itself. And one thing I'll say about Sports Interactive in this regard is, if they would have wanted us to stop, the order would have been out.
Yeah.
In the second week.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's ill intention on their end. And I see a lot of people claim there is, and I just want to say that is just not the case.
Fantastic.
They can be much more ruthless than they are right now.
Yeah, of course.
Much more.
Yeah.
So let's not poke the bear.
No, definitely not. And I think that's the same. I've heard of other things with other games where people have just been told to stop doing what they're doing, stop going into there. Yeah. But it's a really interesting landscape where it is, and it's like, what's like, where do you want to go with it? How far do you want to go with it?
Depends on how much fun I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
To me, the most important thing is that I get out of my bed in the morning. I have my own business. I still go to university. I do this then on the side now as well. I have some other things I like to go to, and I need to get up in the morning and look at myself and say, today I'm going to do something that I enjoy.
Yeah.
Every morning. And currently that's within education, with my own business. And the moment this stops being fun is the moment when I will just pass on the knowledge.
Yeah.
And someone else will stand up. I'm convinced with that.
Yeah, I think that's always the way with something along these lines. When, like you say, you're almost sort of showcasing to people, well, look, it can be done. Look, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
And there will be people out there that will go, okay, maybe I could learn how to use Unity a little bit. And then, and like you say, you almost just open the door to 20 other people that are going to do it. It's probably like the same the first time someone did a skin, or the same as the first time, like the mad scientist made a retro database. All of a sudden it's like, oh, we can do loads of stuff with this thing. This is actually kind of great.
Just need someone to
just need someone to start doing it. Yeah. Nice.
And that's my ultimate goal, is to just, people like to often think to themselves that they're incapable of stuff. But tell you what, if this idiot can do it, then so can you. And so please, just if you want to make a change, pick it up and try it. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But at least try it.
Sure. Yeah.
That's something that no one ever is going to take away from you.
Yeah. Just giving something a go. Might as well.
Yeah. Fantastic. And so what type of stuff have you been working on? So obviously we know about the Bassy UI, making that beautiful thing happen for us rather than it just being slow. I mean, to be fair, Sports Interactive have also got rid of you can get rid of the transitions.
Yeah.
I don't know why you'd leave them on. Like, I think in the match screens they just appear randomly, and I'm just like, I don't know, again.
I have a theory.
Yeah. Come
on. Obviously, the reason they went to Unity in the first place is they needed to ship it to multiple platforms, so Windows, Mac, Linux, consoles, mobiles, even TVs in some cases. Unity does that, but also the caching times. So the time between loading screen A and screen B on consoles, that time is, well, it's there. On PC, you can have it there.
Mm-hmm.
But to also push it on console, it needs to be there. So that's why the transition time.
It's like the classic going through the door on Resident Evil. You're going into the next room. And
it's a loading screen.
Loading up in the background.
Yeah. And on PC, you're much less. You have much better hardware. So those transitions don't need to be so long.
Yeah, definitely.
But
what other stuff have you been working on? I mean, we've seen some wonderful stuff with stadiums and pitches.
I was the first one to publish the new gen faces, and I've also been able to help a lot of the face gen creators or the face pack creators to do the processing for the new gens. Wrote some scripts for that as well. Of course, they all grew their own wings now, but in the first few weeks, they kind of approached me like, "Oh, do you know how to do this?" Then I started work on the backgrounds, so the images. That was the first thing that I did, actually. From there, I started to make an own UI building tool, which is cooking, but very slowly.
Sure.
Think of it as like a create your own puzzle kind of thing, where the thing with skins is that it's a play style. Sure. If you use Musterman, you have a certain play style. If you use attribute list, you have a certain, like, the skins cater to different play styles, and I want to be able to recreate that, or make a tool that makes you make a skin for your own play style.
Yeah, of course.
That's amazing. That'd be sick.
But that's a very slow burn. But I have some ideas. Obviously, stadiums, pitches for now. I want to start working on 3D models in the game.
Yep.
I know Benny, for example, he's done the boot pack. Some people are doing the ball packs. Some people are doing the ad boards. So yeah, I think everyone is just kind of in its own niche. And I'm just there doing like, oh, give me.
Yeah, what can I do today? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, yo, guys, this is possible. Someone who's much smarter than me. Yeah, have a go.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I've been really enjoying watching, because I obviously, like, I see the feed on Twitter and whatnot of like, and here's the latest stadium that you've been working on. It's been really fun seeing, like, was it the PSG stadium you'd sort of been working on over a bit of time, and now it's kind of, you've pretty much got it there.
The PSG stadium you saw today took me 45 minutes.
Okay.
And so all the models I already had.
Right.
And I just kind of went, okay, with all of the things that I learned over the past month. Also, how does it look now?
Sure. Yeah.
And the difference is,
yeah, that's wild.
It's like a different game.
Yeah. First time I saw it, I was just like, okay, wow, this looks great. Like it like really does look great, especially if you're playing as one of those bigger teams, having like a ground that actually looks like the ground and just looks clean.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Go.
What do you guys think about the immersion aspects of Football Manager this year?
Great
Lacking.
question.
Completely lacking. I mean, I think I've probably been the most vocal at all. Because we camera very quickly. I've been quite vocal about how much it's lacking, and I think it's not just shouts; it's everything else around it. It's there, like the couple of times I've actually streamed FM. My joke is as soon as I go to a press conference or I do a team talk, it's like, get out there, you can win this easily. Because we've taken, like, even just having that little emotion thing where you throw your bottle when you say something, or you raise your hands, or you put your hands up. All those stupid things that you wouldn't do, but there were still things that you can click on, which added to the immersion, because it added to your almost role-playing as that Football Manager. You think, right, I'm getting angry here. And you don't have that anymore. Like, you don't have those bits anymore. The shouts are coming in next week, which is great. Or this week, or next week, or whenever this comes out. But shouts coming back, but they're just putting back the old shouts in. There's no development to them. It's great they're going to put them in, but it's like, how can they develop them? And then the immersion just of actually being in your own FM universe just isn't there either. And I think that's been clear on a few places where people have gone through seasons and like Harry Kane is now playing for Leicester or something like that in yours, and you don't know anything about it because it's just not come up anywhere because there's no like news feed or there's not stuff you can click on easily. And I think the other immersion is just the UI, just clicking through so many different things to find little bits of information. Hopefully they fixed it by now, but to find the top goal scorer in your league is one of the most difficult things to do. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I've not gone that far.
Yeah, good luck.
It's definitely over the last, like you say, we've had it for about a month now, haven't we? As we've sort of like when it first came out, I was very excited just to play, just wanted something new. And I think as we've kind of progressed, it's not been annoying, it's not been frustrating. I've not had like rage or anger playing it, but I'm just sat there sort of going, yeah, I'm starting to feel like the passenger now. I'm starting to feel like the passenger that everyone has said. You just feel like a passenger in the game. You're just mashing space or just hitting continue. And I do know what people mean now.
Start off with, so
no, you couldn't do that to start with. I had to click. Yeah, it's a nightmare. Hated it. But now I can just hit the space bar and it's nice and easy. Yeah, immersion. Yeah. Funny one.
I mean, some people play on really short saves, right? And that's something you can get away with. But when I play with players I don't, and I have a youth only save. And I see my youth prospects who now play for Frankfurt, and I play them in the Europa League. When I click on my fucking goalkeeper that I got through in 2028, and I want to see how their career unfolded.
Yeah, try and find that. Yeah.
Good luck, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that is a bit of immersion is something that I think the game is great. Underneath a lot of layers of different stuff, the game is still the same. It still has that hook.
Sure. Yeah.
And you feel it sometimes. And then you just see something and you're completely pulled out of it. And I think that is where most people's frustration lies.
Mm.
Yeah,
yeah, I get it. I get it when you see certain people getting frustrated at, like you say, all those sort of you can see that there's a good game in here, but there's just those little things. And again, I try to sort of rationalize it maybe with that. Well, this is the first of a new line, and we had 20 years for FM24, and building up to that, and now we've had a year, arguably two, but 1 year of dedicated FM26 building. It will. I mean, we all hope that in the next 4 or 5 years, it becomes just as good as it was then, and we have all of those wonderful things. But it is tough when you get given a game that you, as a series, you're so passionate about, and you do, like you say, you have all that immersion. Like you say, playing a random journeyman save where, like, I started in Slovenia in the 3rd tier, and then 14, 15 years later, you're playing against the team and you're like, oh, wait a minute, that's my centre back that I had. I signed him when he was 19. Now he's 32. It's like, oh, sweet. And it's fun things like that. And it's just, again, maybe we're a little too young into the game, but I still, at the same time, I know what you mean. You're kind of like, just want those little,
everyone's got the new gen that they remember from the last game, or whichever iteration of the game. You got a new gen that you can name, that you probably had robbed from by PSG or Bayern Munich or something like that, and you always remember them, and you always remember how phenomenal they become. And I've not got that far into the game. You've not got that far. I don't think D-Boy has, and I think it's maybe we do need to give it time. But like you said, trying to find those things is difficult enough as it is at the moment, and that's the thing that's missing a little bit, obviously, about the game, among other things. And I think it's just building that legacy of what it is. And the worry is, and I think we're going deep into it, but it could also become a little bit like EAFC, where they've got no competitors, they're the only thing in town, and they just rest on what they are. And it's like, I played the new one this year I've played for free 10 hours, and then I was like, I don't want to play any more of it because it's awful. It's just the same again. And it's like, and hopefully, I don't think FM will ever go that way, because they have been the only thing in town for 20 years. There's never been anything to compete with. There was FIFA Manager for a very, very small amount of time. There was Ultimate Soccer Manager. There is somewhere in here. I've got Premier Manager that was on the Mega Drive that used to compete with.
The Mega Drive.
But there's nothing else in town. So it's just.
I think the best comparison is probably the first switch between Champ Manager and. Maybe even the previous code base. So what was it? FM6.
Yeah.
FM5?
FM 2005. There was Championship Manager, which just wasn't great, to be fair.
Yeah, and that transitional year, I think there's a lot of parallels. Obviously, Miles was also at the studio. He was still studio director back then, I believe.
Yeah.
It's his love child, so to speak. It's his passion project. And something that really winds me up for some reason is when people say Miles out.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Seriously, it really winds me up.
Yeah. And it is that way, and it's the same with all the people that work there. They are working hard on something, but it's something completely new to them. I mean, they've also had up people in the studio. Like, we had Nick Madden on the podcast a couple of years ago. He was the head of the match engine. He's gone, and he now works for F1 on the F1 games. Who, interestingly, are going to skip a year this year and just release a patch. Yeah. So, but could that be the future? I don't know. Like, it's where it goes. But what's your thoughts on the immersion, like, within the game? What's your thoughts on the immersion within the game, and where things can go from the sports interactive side rather than your side, from a modern side of things?
I think a lot of people would have been okay if the immersion was on point. I think if you just imagine that the and this is from a coding, like, I've seen the source code now, decompile some of it, but if you look at how much data there is, this is the first game in Unity of this scale that is UI based. Of course, you have some other Unity based UI games, but none of them are even 25% of this scale. If you put that into perspective, and I'm not being an SI bootlicker here, I just want to be realistic. And if they would have nailed the immersion aspect, which they haven't, people would have been more tolerant towards the UI and the user, especially the user experience, because the UI is good. Some elements are really, really, really good.
Yeah.
The experience is shit. And I think a lot of people would have been rather okay with that if the game played like a Football Manager game would be played.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, the UI, some bits are like when Homer builds a house for Flanders, and you just click on a thing, it's like, oh, this bit isn't finished. It's like, this is the room with all the electricity in. It's like, oh, okay. But yeah, and it's, like I said, and I think there's probably a massive list. There's probably a massive list on the wall or in the cloud that they've got, and they're just slowly ticking off those little things. And then all the bugs and all the other things have gone on top of that list, and it's just basically just working through, and it's just digging as much as they can, prioritising as much as they can, and some stuff probably won't get touched till FM27, but some stuff might just one time you get an update and it's like unexpected. Oh, they fixed that. There you go. So
it's also keeping your players happy, right?
Yeah.
Because they are the ones who pay your bills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
And I in the first few weeks I saw a lot of comments in my own comments like, I want the FMT4 UI. Okay, then play FM24.
Yeah.
Seriously, sorry. They changed things for the better of the game. I'm convinced by that because this UI has a lot of potential. The way they implemented it now is quite shit. So, at least give feedback. Like, not like only UI shit. Okay, yeah, that's been regurgitated 65,000 times. Give some proper feedback, please.
Yeah, that's one thing that's been tough with I think was hard about the feedback early on. It was less constructive. It was more just whinge and just moaning about, oh, this is rubbish. It's like, why is it rubbish? What could be done to make it better? No, don't like it. You're like,
yeah, but that's subjective.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, completely.
And something I really want to see from Sports Interactive, and I've said this on my own stream, said this on whenever people ask this, please make be symbiotic towards your modders. Release those modding tools as soon as possible, because that will get you players back. The UI patch, and I got a lot of flame for this, for when I first came out on Twitter, is when the first patch said they took my UI thing element, pretty much. I want a symbiotic relationship. I want this game to be the best it can be. I get hundreds of messages a week saying I'm buying the game again because of you. I've returned to the game because of this UI patch. And not to give myself a medal.
Yeah.
But Sports Interactive, please come on, guys. I know you love your product, and so do your players. Work together. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's even just given an audience to yourself for modders as well. And I've done it before. They've done it with, they obviously do it with the content creators. They do it with the bloggers and everybody that's involved with the game. And then the women's football thing, I know they've done meetups at SI Studios. It'd be nice just to see now start bringing in modders. Like, I don't think that's something that they did before. There's all these people who made the wonderful skins, but it's just like, right, what can we take from that to bring into the next game? And that's happened from game to game. There's things that have definitely been in people's skins that have gone, right, we'll put this in the next game for you.
Absolutely.
Like, I think it was every time I heard people talk about this chalkboard that's been got rid of, I was like, I've never seen the chalkboard because I was on the skin on, but I had it. So yeah, exactly. It's not in anybody's game because you've got the skin on top of it. Because you don't need it because you've got all the information that you want off this chalkboard that existed, but I couldn't even tell you what it was. The amount of times I heard about it.
No,
but I think it's how they get them involved, and it's like maybe it is that meetup happens, and it's not going to happen before Christmas, but it might be something in the new year before the next big patch comes out, because this big patch is now looming for next week, where they've made match engine upgrades, and they're obviously bringing in the shouts, but we'll see what it does to the UI as well. And I think it's the stuff that they don't announce that you'll find in there that will make people happy, which would be weird when they just go, oh yeah, you can do that now. I didn't realise that wasn't in the list, or I didn't notice that was on the list. And then from there, it's just for the next patch, it's like, right, let's have a look at what people have been doing to the game, like yourself and like some of the other mods that are out there.
Yeah, look, and I can even understand their hesitation when, well, like I'm doing with the stadiums right now, right? It's trademarked, it's copyrighted, so I can understand the apprehension there because it's licenses, it's fees, it's loads of legal trouble. For a skin maker, not to like look down upon them, because that's the last thing I want to do, but a skin maker uses almost no infringement.
Yeah,
the only infringement is on FM's own user interface.
Sure. Yeah, they're
So,
not impeaching
yeah.
any contracts that SI may have with people. They are just affecting the aesthetic of things.
Literally.
Yeah,
And it's
quite often to the
interesting to see.
better.
Yeah, it's interesting. I haven't seen anyone do anything yet for the actual player models, but that would be a big project to do. But it's like the one that I joked, and it's probably going to completely go over your head, BassyBoy. But Michelle Agumang looks like hairstyle looks like Mrs. Goggins from Postman Pat, which is a children's TV show over here. But like the lack of hairstyle, the lack of hairstyles, the lack of like just individual modelling, that kind of takes away from the immersion as well. Like if you're playing as your favourite team and they've got these so-called Premier League licenses where you've got pictures of people's faces, why don't they look like majority of them don't look anything like them in game? They've all got the same haircut. Yeah.
Good news.
Oh.
I have cracked the code on that specific aspect.
Okay.
So I'm not doing anything because I want to do the stadium first, but
yeah.
Sure. It is possible to do
and I imagine to do that for you're going to be like 9,000 players minimum.
Minimum, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Good Lord.
How far down the leagues do you go? But to be fair, even the FM24 models looked more realistic than these ones in terms of how they look. But
yeah.
Do you guys want to hear a funny thing?
Sure.
The long trench coat in the game is called the Wenger coat internally, like in the game code.
Yeah. Oh, in the game code.
In the game code, it's called the Wenger coat.
Fantastic. Love things. But bits like that as well. It's like I yearly tweet Miles and go, are you going to actually put a beard in that's real? And now they've put one beard in. And I'm like, can you put some more beard? Like, I've got a long beard. You're not going to put that in. Like, it's
going to make dreadlocks.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I might do one day. Who knows? But it's the same with long hair. You've got long hair like me. We don't have any options. Like,
nope. No, it's just like like hair or the afro.
Yeah, exactly. So
mine's fine to do. I just have to get rid of the hair. There's no hair. Brilliant. Sweet.
You've got like 4 models to work with.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm sorted.
Even the easy option of just let the male and the female, you can have both hairstyles, like both sets of hairstyles on the same model.
Wow.
There we are. Just nice and simple. But yes. So stadiums. How many stadiums have you worked your way through now?
44.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot more than I thought it was. So, what's
let's say 34. I need to redo the first 10. Let's say 34.
Okay, 34. Lovely. What has been your what ones have stood out for you the most, or what have you had the most fun doing?
The first couple ones actually.
Yeah.
They were the most shitty looking, but I like to compare it to a company. So when you start something up the first time, you're learning, you're experimenting, especially the hype level at that point was really good. So the first ones were the most fun I've had working on them.
Yeah.
Of course, you start to optimize, and it's like the MMO problem, where gamers will optimize the fun out of your game, and that is sort of the thing that's happening with the stadiums. But I like to see the fan interaction. That's the thing that's been the most fun about this all.
Yeah.
So the first couple of ones, especially like the Maradona, the Galatasaray one, the Estadio da Luz, those were the ones that was really fun because you're just learning. And now gradually seeing all of the Lego blocks come together is satisfying in a really good way.
Yeah, I guess those first few were just almost, like you say, they're like the learning curve of like, all right, what am I doing here? And now it's sort of like, all right, now I know the routine. Now I know what I've got to do. And it's just like, all right, cool. What's the next one we'll do? And then you can dive in and have a bit of fun with all the stadiums that you're working on.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally can't wait until you get down to the National League because I've visited 30 of those stadiums over the summer as part of my job. If you could create what is it called? I'm going to have to look it up.
I think it's the one.
No, it's Braintrees, but I think it's called the Rare Breed Meat Stadium. It is. It needs some work.
The Rare Breed Meats.
Yeah, exactly. It's obviously the sponsor, but it's. Yeah, it's.
Oh my God,
we're all talking now. Rare Breed Meats.
It's in need of some love.
It's Braintree. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in need of some love, like some serious love. They've given some love to the gantry, like because the scaffold structure that was there was frankly quite dangerous, but they fixed that now, made it a little bit nicer. But the one thing that is actually nice is Liam from the Prodigy. Not Liam. I've completely drawn a blank. Keith from the Prodigy. He was born in Braintree, and there's a massive mural to him on like one of the stands. And I was like, that's really nice to see.
That's cool.
Unexpected.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But but it's like recreating those type of things. Like the other thing I'd like you also to recreate is Aston Villa from FM24, because you remember that massive stand that they had that was just in the middle. It had no size to it. It just was one big stand, and that was it. And then our classic one, because we played network games, I managed Wolves, and Wolves had a disabled parking space that was blocked in by a floodlight.
Oh man!
And we used to play with the United City FM, who was like part of the podcast with us, and he managed us, and like he's in a wheelchair himself, and he can't even come to my stadium. Like,
yeah,
we blocked in by a floodlight.
Pricing bug. Yeah,
but
yeah, I like it.
But yeah, and also it is that silly, like you want, like it's like the WWE games where you would create a character or something like that. You just create a hideous creation. Can those be made with stadiums as well as realistic ones? So it's having the tools.
If you want to play in Jabba Jabba's belly, then fucking go ahead. Rainbow Road.
Yeah, exactly.
Should be possible.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Rainbow Road Stadium, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, and that's it. That's where you can have fun. The create club function, yeah, obviously you can do it with the editor and things like that. But yeah, there might be an even bigger market in that going forward as well.
Yeah. Well, one of the challenges I found is, look, my hardware is quite good, and then you realize a lot of people play on shitty laptops from 2013.
Yeah,
sure.
Right? With all due respect, how will I get this working on that?
Yeah,
because if you have to render 80,000 people in the Bernabeu, I mean it's a fuckload of people. You don't really realize it until you do it.
Yeah,
and you want to have this performance aspect, but you also want to have the quality aspect.
Yeah, of course.
Because sure, I can do the 2D billboards like with like the red bodies and stuff. It's gonna look like shit, but it will run.
Yeah. It's that balance, I guess, that you've got to try. You're finding on a few of them of like, all right, making it look amazing, feel immersive, but also isn't going to break someone's computer every time they have a home game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's not even home games. It's all of the stadiums will be mapped. So if you go to Villa Park, then you will play in Villa Park. If you have to go away to the Molineux, it's going to be the Molineux. If you, because of that's included.
Wow. So they're all going to be in there. Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
In one continuous save game.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I mean that's good for powerful PCs, like you say. It's a laptop. It's the people who sit and watch football. Not like I'm watching Liverpool Sunderland over in any shape or form, but sit on the couch and watch football, play Football Manager, and probably have FIFA on another TV somewhere. But it's like those people. They are the core FM gamers when it comes down to it. But they, to be honest, how many of them will have heard of mods? Liverpool have just got 1-0 down, for God's sake. But yeah, so how many people? Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see like how many people actually go deep into those mods and go into skins. It's a weird like cross section of the community, like the other half of it, but majority of the ones
just thinking about
Twitter
it.
and guess it.
Well, thinking about it from where I was, like even like I wasn't aware of mods until I started streaming on Twitch.
Yeah.
I didn't know that those were things. I didn't really know skins were a thing. And then I raided over to someone. I was like, your game looks different to mine. Why does your game look different to mine? And they're like, I've got a skin. I was like, oh, okay. Well, now I'm going to look into this. You're like, oh my God, there's so many things. Yeah. Didn't even know it was a thing.
I think the floor with stadiums is really low.
Sure.
Because people will repost it. People will share it with their friends who are also Football Manager players, but haven't done the modding aspect yet, and they will see the stadium and go like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna manage mines, and I'm gonna be in the mines."
Yeah.
That will be their gateway into modding.
Yeah. It's a good
because
point.
the floor is just lower.
Yeah, definitely. Wow.
Speaking of stadium modding, you've kindly got a little screen share going on with us.
I have indeed, and it's first.
Okay.
Exclusive. Oh my goodness.
It's an exclusive, yeah.
There we are. So, where are we?
We are currently in Glasgow.
Okay.
Do you expect me to change the camera now as well?
Yeah,
I think so.
Do
Yeah,
whatever,
let's go.
whatever you like. Yeah.
So this is Celtic Park. Ignore the
Fantastic.
goal for now.
Yep.
Bit of translucency on the roof.
Lovely.
Pitch looks great. Sadly, I was testing out some animations, so they look a bit cruddy at this point, but
Yeah.
live and learn. So they're all also wearing the wrong color.
Yeah,
Love it.
I was going to say they've all got very fetching plaid shirts on. So obviously, is in
Yeah.
Scotland.
Yeah.
It is in Scotland, so some things have to be. But yeah, so working on Celtic Park right now.
They're all
Into the
very
game.
regimented in the clapping as well. I must say.
Yeah, it's North Korea.
God.
So let's stop doing free cam. Let's get into the 2D classic mode. So this is how the stadium will look from above in 2D mode. Yeah.
Such a throwback. I haven't looked at 2D. I know obviously we have that little monitor on the sort of in between that. There you go. That we have our little thing on there, but I haven't seen the like on the pitch proper. That looks that's clean.
I'm convinced I can disable this one.
Oh,
Like the back. I'm convinced I can disable it.
Yeah. Well,
Somehow.
just make it the pitch or something a little bit nicer in the background.
Yeah.
Even
So
go
we will
back
have the
to-
pitch render.
Yeah, even old school FM and change the background to your club stadium or something like that, an actual realistic picture.
Yeah.
That's that's what we used to call the RDF blimp. That's where I used to operate from. Like when he watches a game.
Also, a challenge here is going to get the staff and the coaching into the right sections.
Yeah.
Again, I've got most of it now decompiled. So yeah, and now it's actually going to be implementing it, which is the biggest challenge. So this is just how it looks. You'll also notice there are no player names on top of the heads.
Yeah,
sure.
Something you can disable as well.
Well, yeah, that didn't exist to start off with, so I think it will come back in. I think it was a clicking on players, wasn't it? You weren't able to do, so you weren't able to work out who you need to mark when they were skinning your players because rather than reading the commentary.
But now it just doesn't. I've just completely disabled it.
Yeah,
just for immersion's sake.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
That.
Were you anything to do with the manager cam mode, or?
Well, that was really funny in the first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Brululul, he was. I mean, not remember that. Yeah. So Brululul, he was one of the people who really got a. I kind of told him like, oh, this is possible, and he just went fully in it and started exploring it.
Wow.
And we've got a nice little community of modders now, and again, everyone is doing their own part. We've got Marcos, who is Guerra, who is working on on goals and on nets. We've got Benny, who is working on the boot pack. We've got Brulul, who is working on several projects. Huey, who was one of the first ones who really made stadium modding viable.
Yeah.
Just didn't know how to implement it into the game yet. Of course, Arthur Ray he was very important in getting us all together in the first couple of weeks. So massive credit to him. And a lot of credit goes to the PES community.
Yeah, I was going to say, the thing that something else that has drawn my interest this week is PES 99. I don't know if anyone's seen this. So somebody...
Yeah, a lot of like bringing retro stuff forward, right?
Yeah, so they're modding PES 21 and they're making the entire Premier League 98-99 season in it, as well as Serie A and the Liga in it as well. And they've... I think,
possible in FM as well.
Yeah, in FM. Oh, okay, fantastic. Lovely.
So we can have retro databases with retro stadiums.
Wow. Okay, yeah, I think
you might need to speak to the mad scientist. Yeah,
Mr. Teeny. They will jump at that immediately. I know they're working on 2000, 2001, so it's not too far off on that side of things. But yeah, the PES thing, I joined that Discord the other day just to see how I think it's coming out at the end of January, but it's just going to be a patch on PES 2021.
Yeah.
They've gone really hardcore on it in terms of faces for every single player. I mean,
I saw. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know, exactly. But yeah.
It's been great with the PES community because it's like one of those unlikely alliances in a sense where you go like, oh yeah, okay, 2 different games, shouldn't be, and then it's like, oh wait, it kind of works, and then you start working together, and now we've got Virtual Reds, who is one of the main. They've made like a massive stadium pack of 300 gigabytes.
Oh wow!
I've got permission to use their entire pack for the FM modding. It includes pretty much all of the national stadiums and all of the major stadiums in the major leagues.
How big are these packs going to be? Am I going to have to buy a new SSD?
No, the pack is going to be 12 gigabytes.
Okay, that's not too. So that's the face pack size, isn't it? Currently, I think for the
something like that.
Yeah, I think I downloaded that the other week, and I don't know if something had gone wrong with my computer, and it told me it takes 7 days to unzip. I was like, "What's gone wrong here?" Like,
so many logos.
Yeah, exactly. But like the PES stuff has been interesting, and I'm quite interested to see how that lands. Obviously, there's always going to be issues with it anyway. You're modding a game that's 5 years old, but like just for that immersion, that thrill of it would be quite nice. Like 98, 99, that's around the era of how old I would have been, 13, 14, so that's like prime teenage era for me. This is where you tell me you weren't born. Is that what you...
No, I'm gonna spare that. But if you so insist, I wasn't born yet, so if that makes you or the viewers feel old, then go for it.
Don't go for the viewers.
Oh no! They're self-aware.
Yeah. Wow. So, obviously, I mentioned Liverpool getting beat currently, but you're Dutch, obviously. You built the Philips Stadion, so PSV is potentially one of your teams. Is that correct? Is that your big team, and then your Helmond Sport?
Yep, that is my local team. I actually worked for Helmond Sport as a scout, like a junior scout, a couple of years ago. So many aspects that we don't have time for, but yeah, so that's my local team. I was there supporting the club when we were plumb last, like 2017, 18, 19. We were like 19th last.
Yeah.
Don't have relegation in the Dutch professional pyramid. Basically, it's just we're being called a provincial club by a lot of people, and I'm not going to say that's not the case.
Yeah.
But that little provincial club did beat down Liverpool 4-1 and beat down Napoli 6-2.
Yeah.
This is great. I don't get affected by this because my team aren't good enough to be playing against teams across the rest of the continent, so it's fine.
Yeah,
they might bring back the Anglo-Italian Cup. You never know.
They might.
Yeah.
The best we get is a pre-season friendly. I'm a West Brom fan, so the best we get is like a. What do you mean, oof?
Prove me wrong.
Yeah, no, you're so right. But the best we get is a pre-season friendly against like a second-tier Spanish side, and it's like, oh, okay, all right, well we can sort of kick a ball, okay, not bad, and then we draw 24 games out of 46, and you're like, oh yeah, we're so shit. Yeah.
Never forget that one game against Chelsea where we put Thiago Silva on his ass.
Oh yeah, we had the COVID season. For some reason, Chelsea were like the easiest team for us. Callum Robinson, who we had, was like just score a hat trick at both times we played. It was like, yeah, it's fine.
Did Robson Kanu score as well in that game?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it would have been that sort of era, wouldn't it? Yeah. So, and then. Yeah, just the rest of the season couldn't get a result against anyone. But Chelsea, fine, whatever. It's just Chelsea. Who are they? But yeah,
won the Champions League that year as well.
They couldn't beat West Brom.
There you go. You're the real winners. So you didn't make it into the game, did you, as a scout? Or no, you weren't that lucky. You're not on the RDF Tactics League of things.
No, wasn't that good.
Yeah, so it's been fun. So the other reason I'm doing Southampton is because I'm waiting for the game to be in a settled state and that immersion to go up. So I'm just trying to manage RDF because he works for Southampton. He doesn't speak to you. Like his contract, I think, is now 6 months from expiring. He still won't speak to me in any shape or form.
I do think it's really cool how clubs are actually moving in this model. Because I saw Como, they recently hired to Twitter, like X, scouts as well.
Yeah.
So I think it's really cool how that platform is also giving opportunities to people.
Yeah, definitely. And there is no denying on Aaron as well. Aaron has put the work in. He has been working religiously on this for 5 years. Before he was an FM personality, as it was. Obviously, he did all the tactics videos and stuff like that, but nobody had even seen his face. And then he's emerged, and then obviously the FM World Cup, he became the superstar that he is. But it's still in the background. He was still doing scouting reports I have him on LinkedIn. He was doing scouting reports of players in the Gambia and various African nations as well. And
Insane dedication.
yeah, exactly, the dedication. And then he's made it all the way now. Now he's like a full-time scout for Southampton, and they've just got rid of Mr. FM himself, Will Still. So who knows? Like, we'll see where it goes. So, podcast edition for us is you can ask us a question.
2 then today. Did one earlier.
Yeah, you did.
But yeah, the question I got sent through is, that I sent through is, imagine you were in Miles' shoes for a week, and you had, of course, you're the studio director. You've only got Sega to answer to. What would you do? What would you change? Would you change anything?
Yeah, that's a hell of a question. Would you change anything?
Because you spoke first, you're answering first, D, thanks.
Yeah, that's fine. It gives you time to think. I've been thinking the whole time. I'm trying to think, what would I do if I was Miles? It's like, would I just, get on a boat and just sail off into the sunset and just leave all of this behind me? It's tough. I feel like if we were given the opportunity, or if you were in that scenario, I think we've kind of covered it a little bit, but there would almost be like, you'd want to give your flowers to the people in the community that have helped breathe a bit of life into this game, especially after it's had such a rocky start. And also as well, like give those opportunities to, like people like yourself, but obviously people from, who've done it before with the older games. I know obviously we always big up Sassmass, but you say you've got people like Musterman, you take all those people that have done everything they can to make the game as great as it has been, and a great experience for people. Just give them their props and almost again, like we've kind of covered, but like get them on board and be like, okay, right. Someone like Musterman, okay, you've worked with you've done skins for this game. Here's our UI. What could make this more immersive? What can make this better for our audience? And get someone who has the experience of working with that side of things, with a fan base. Same with someone like Sassmass, again, same sort of thing. Just get them on board to kind of help bring the game back and hopefully get everybody back to that love that we all had for 24 and that long series. Just, get the people who are making the game what it is, or, adding more to the game, I should say. Get them involved. And even if it was, like you say, we're there for a week, just spend a week, just be like, right, you lot, pick these guys' brains, find out everything they know, make it as good as what they could do. You've got a week. I want to see pens, papers. And then, just hopefully, even if it's not for FM26, but just make the future of FM sort of locked into something that we know it should be, which is brilliant, and keep it cooking, because that's what we want to see. We want this game to be around forever.
Sorry, I'm just in complete shock because Florian Wirtz has scored a goal for Liverpool. All right, anyway.
Oh my goodness.
No, exactly. Whatever next. I was going to make a short joke because Miles is quite a diminutive man, but yeah, so to walk a week in his shoes, I won't get very far. But what I think similar to where I think it's being a little bit more public facing. I mean, I know he's off all social media and stuff like that, but I think putting his face to things kind of helped the things at the start. Like he did a lot of interviews, but then he does those interviews at the start of the game cycle, and then that's it. You don't hear from him until the next game. It's just even if it's just like a monthly report where he comes out and they do a YouTube video or they put a blog. Like, what's the guys? Is it Johnny who posted everything on the FM Assist when they put the updates on the forum? I can't remember the guy's name. Yeah. But like I said, even just a forum post that way, even there's a Discord, there is a creator Discord, as we know, but if there's a Discord or something where you can just you don't want to end it being like a fans forum, like as you would have with a football club, because they always end in disaster, but you want like a select like round table and just covering that breadth of everything from bloggers to modders to the bigger creators, just to get that feedback in from everybody, just to get that wide ranging. What do we need to improve? How do we improve it? And where do we go with the game? But like you said earlier, it's not all down to him, and it's like he is the person that everyone knows. Nobody knows as well the people underneath. There's obviously various people that manage various parts of the game, but it's he is the figurehead, and it's unfortunately he'll get the flack, and that's probably why he has exited all social media. But it's just having that point of contact, that point of reference. It's like I think he's at a Christmas War Child party next week that Big Taffman, who's been on the pod before, he's going to. It's like, oh, Miles Jacobson's going to be there. I was just like, well, he's out in public, but like, but that's for charity endeavours. But I think it is putting that public face of things, and it's just almost right. Yeah, we hear you. We heard, like, we messed up these bits, or this bit isn't as what we want it to be. This is what's going to happen, and they've got that. This is the big update that's coming next week. When's the next one? Or what are they looking to do for the next one? Even if it's just like little teasers that they drop. And I think that was the issue with the whole FM26 build-up as well. There was nothing. After they went, FM25's dead.
Yeah.
And then that's it. It was like I was laughing the other day. It was we quit the network game. So we had a network game going between us as a podcast, BassyBoy, and we stopped it in January because we thought the new game was coming.
Yeah,
we all quit
jeopardized the save file.
Yeah, we all quit our clubs. We all took over an international team, did a World Cup, and like, there we go. That's it. We don't need to do anymore now. And then 9 months later, we've not done another network save, and we apparently can't at the moment anyway. So it's I think it's just having that flow of information, even if it's just like a monthly update that Miles puts out, and he goes, "Yep, this has been happening." We know that people aren't impressed by this. Like, you're not going to be negative all the way. It's just throwing those little teasers out there, like the international football one. That, like,
well, I'm sure when we were talking about in the build-up to 26, we were talking about it would be great if there was just like a monthly video from Sports Interactive. Even as like, hey, Miles here. Let's talk you through what some of the things that we're going to be working on for our next patch, or just a quick video that's just like, we hear you, we're fixing things. Yeah. You'd be like, thank you.
Or even that like I said, Miles is the figurehead. I think Tina Keach is probably somebody I could name off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Sweet Left Foot, I know he works there, but like other than that, you don't know many of the people working on the game. Some of them might not want to be known. Can understand that. Jack, I'm sorry, the cult of. Some of them don't want to be known in any shape or form, but those people that do want to speak for them, let them speak. Like, cult of introducing how all the tactics work, I think, to be fair, that is probably one of the biggest successes of the game is the tactics system. Like, that is something that people have got in and goes, right, that works. This you can do for, yeah, exactly. The way that in possession and out of possession, like that has been game changing, and like the different roles that you can put players into, and the shapes that you can make with play, like. The shape I've made with Liverpool is hideous. Like, I don't know what I've done there. But yeah.
I mean, Gav's managing Airbus and he's made a plane. He's got a tactic shape like a plane out of tactic. And in defensive, it goes to like a stealth fighter. It's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like those things you can do, and then all the different elements you do. Like the tactic system, absolutely brilliant. And it's like, right, we know the tactic system is brilliant. We can leave that alone. Let's move on to this part of the game. Yeah, I think in short, more public facing, more updates, and I think that's all we need. Like, and I think they have been clear they're going to do these weekly updates. They've already failed on it, so like the little weekly patches, like they've already failed on it by missing 2 weeks. But it's just keep us informed. Don't do what they did a couple of weeks ago and going, "Oh, this patch is coming out tomorrow," and I was like, "Oh no, it's not." But don't tell anybody. It just doesn't come out, and it's like, cool.
Yeah. The first thing I would do, if I may answer my own question, and I loved that because I think that's a very big element of it. The first thing I would do is
you say
try and fix the us versus them mentality that exists now in the community.
Yeah, of course, yeah,
because that is not healthy. It's toxic, and if you fix that, hell, you even had it with Hello Games, with No Man's Sky, Destiny 2's original launch. I don't know if any of you are familiar.
Yep.
I played it since day one, Destiny 1, day one. So I've been through the trenches there. The biggest thing, the best thing you can do as a studio is just say, guys, we fucked it up. We're going to put our heads down, weekly updates, get the community back together, and we're going to fix the game.
Yeah.
No bullshit, no nothing, just frank, honest. This is what we're doing. Set expectations, and set expectations low to start with.
Yeah.
Don't go promising a rocket ship to the moon if the furthest you can go is fucking Eindhoven from my house. Don't set expectations. Make it realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's the other thing. Like, they've already taken the big hit on when FM25 didn't come out. And it's we know that they are improved, that they've got something now. Now it's just improving it. I think everyone can agree there's something there. Like, I've got 50
Otherwise,
hours.
the place will be zero.
Yeah, exactly. I've got 50 hours in the game. You don't play 50 hours on a game that you don't like. So
No.
like, and I think it's the same for other people as well. I mean, some people make a living off it, like, and they just have to play it. It's very similar to the AFC model. Just kind of stuck if you're making a living off it. But it's how that public facing goes, and then it's just like you said, just those incremental steps that you build to, and you build to FM27 essentially.
Yeah, and just acknowledge it. It's gonna be a rough year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't sell us a sack of diamonds if it's a sack of shite. So yeah, and please don't ever go with the developers. Anyone.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They need their sleep. They need their peaceful Christmases as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. I think we're pretty much there with our podcast. It's been fascinating chat.
Thank you.
Been wonderful.
What's your real name, BassyBoy, or are you just BassyBoy?
Boss.
Boss. Okay.
Yeah, so BAS.
BAS. Okay.
So Bassy is also just fine.
Fantastic. So we're calling it Bassy, and we're getting it wrong. Yeah, Bassy. There we go.
Bassy.
Yeah. No, that's
Can't
great.
fault anyone for that. Can I?
No. That's, like I said, you get people to pronounce your name correctly. It helps a long way the way. I mean, I don't know how many times I've been Jabaru or wherever we are.
I've been Dubois, so it's fine.
Well, that's because you are wearing your French hat at the time. So
That is my fault. Yeah. That is my fault. I was very French that day.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So,
my parents are funny.
We'll allow you to sell your wares. Obviously, you've got a brand new website, so if people want to go to there or where they can find you.
BassyBoyo.com is the website.
Really?
I'm sure I'll just send it to you guys in DMs so that I can get into the right places if that is something you guys do.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll put you
we'll put the right
descriptions that way. But
yeah. So BassyBoyo is the website that Gareth, a community member, he built it for me. The mods will be released, articles will be released. Very, very promising start to build from. So would appreciate it if you guys check that out.
Fantastic. And you're on Twitter as well. Same.
Yeah, BassyBoyo.
BassyBoyo. Fantastic.
Yeah, with an O. And that really, and then just be nice to each other.
Yeah, there you go. Steak Bake hasn't been with us for a few months. He is one of our thingy. His catchphrase is "Be kind to one another." It's always the same. Signs off that way.
I have another one, and that is be the change you want to see.
There you go. That's lovely. And to be fair, I don't think we need to sign off and tell people where to find us, D-Boy. We do it every single week.
No.
I think there we go.
People know where we are.
That is a podcast. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Baz. Thank you, D-Boy.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time on another episode of Football Manager Therapy. Take care. Love you all. Bye.
Hey everybody, it's me, Cupbeat. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I tried for a little while. Hey, you know Cupburger. It's a mutual aid fund created by us for us to take care of our needs. Folks have been applying for grants, getting paid out. Folks have been donating, giving us money every month. We're so grateful. This has been really cool work, and we've met a lot of need already. However, there are some projects that we've been wanting to address that are above our monthly cap allowance. So we've created special projects, and we're launching special projects. If you have a need that is more than our monthly allowance, get in touch. Admins will get in touch with you. We can help you set up a GoFundMe, and Cupburger will be paying out up to 50%. So these are just burgers that look like, anyway, don't get distracted. Up to 50% of our income every month will be paid out to special projects who we have partnered with until those projects' needs are met. Meaning, you may see new chat commands in chat that tell you to go direct to a GoFundMe if you want to give someone money. That's because they're a Cupburger partner, and Cupburger is working with them to fulfill their crowdsourcing needs. Special projects, now a part of Cupburger. Give money. Apply. Cupburger. Have a great day. Bye.